Peace and love, everybody. Hey, how's it going? It's been about a month since I've recorded a video, maybe longer, definitely longer. It's okay. I do things when they, flow out of me, basically. So that's why I'm doing this one today, okay? Today I want to talk about enlightenment. That's like one of my favorite new age buzzwords. Enlightenment, like consciousness and all that good stuff, bliss. Well, okay, we're going to talk about enlightenment. So, this came to me in the shower today. Um, and I've been reading a lot of books, a lot of self-help type books and spiritual development type books, and, do a lot of yoga and meditating and stuff like that. And I felt like I had a good up here knowledge, of what all this stuff means and what all of it is. Like I could regurgitate it on a test if I had to. I could take an enlightenment test and probably ace it. But I'd kind of been like, but what's the experience, right? What does it mean? And lately, I've been telling some of my friends that I'm enlightened, just randomly in conversation, you know what I mean? Like, especially when I'm laughing. I'll just be like, I'm enlightened. Why not? And in the process of doing that for the last week or so, or 2 weeks, however long it's been, I've kind of, in myself, had to think about it or kind of ask myself after I say it, am I? Do I believe that? What does it mean to be enlightened? It's not something I would sit and ponder all day, but every time I would say it, there'd be that undercurrent of that thought process, and I would realize, well, yeah, who could tell me I'm not enlightened, right? Who's the Enlightenment authority to say, no, you haven't quite made it yet? And that's the point right there. That's what I'm getting at, that you haven't made it yet, or you have. So what I want to share with you in terms of my perspective on enlightenment is that there is no path to enlightenment, okay? That's the selling point, right? That's the ruse, if you will. That's kind of that's the hook, that there's a path to enlightenment and that you must take said path before you reach enlightenment. But once you reach enlightenment, right, you're there. You're enlightened. You're good for life. You know what I mean? We kind of have this in our mind perspective of enlightenment as like being a guru who's always sitting in full lotus and meditating 24/7 with like this glow of like peace, saying everything that's just perfect and wise. And well, I'm here to share with you what I think about enlightenment. And it's not quite that. It's not that. It's not quite that either. See, what I think is that you're already enlightened. That's right. Right now, you're already enlightened. And so am I. Because what does it mean to be enlightened, right? To be filled with light, to glow, to be happy, to be love, to be compassionate, generous, kind, all these things. So what I think is that every time you experience that, you are enlightened. Every time you laugh genuinely out loud, that's a moment of enlightenment. When you feel that timelessness of being in love with somebody and like nothing else in the world exists except right now, you're enlightened. Whenever you give something to someone, just to give, right? Whenever you get that urge to be generous and you do it and it brings joy to that person and it brings joy to you, you're enlightened, right? Whenever you're sitting alone by yourself and you get lost in a good book, or you just find yourself smiling for no reason, or you look around you and you realize everything is good and okay and I'm at peace right now, you're enlightened. See, as long as we put enlightenment off as something we shall reach one day, I'll just keep doing yoga and I'll keep meditating and I'll keep reading, I'll keep studying and I'll keep working at it and cleansing and healing and all this other stuff, and one day I will reach enlightenment. No. You're putting it off into your future, which we know, right, is not real. The future and the past exist only in one place, and that's up here. Right? Now, I'm not saying the memories we have are not of real events that occurred. And I'm not saying that we can't really project into our futures what we want to happen and then experience things tomorrow or next week or next year. Of course that's real as far as we can perceive it. But what I mean is that in this moment, which is all you ever have right now, there is no future or past except what you conceive of as the future and the past. So enlightenment can't exist in the future, for there is no future for it to exist in. It can only exist right now. Even in this hypothetical future moment when you're enlightened, you'll be enlightened in the moment. You'll be enlightened in the right now. You won't be enlightened in the future of the future, right? Unless you keep putting it off to your future. So the first sort of thing to realize is that you're already enlightened. It's a matter of choice, right? So it's been said many times that every choice we make, everything we do, every moment is a choice between love and fear, love and fear, love and fear, right? Because at our core, right, we're love. Everything is love. Everybody wants love, everybody seeks love, and everybody can share the experience of love. And everyone's happy when they feel love, you know? And then there's fear and all the whirlwind of lower negative emotions, the emotions that don't feel so good, the anger, the jealousy, the sadness, the grief, the hate, the right? They all stem from fear. Fear of losing something, fear of something that's going to happen or not happen. Rarely are we afraid of our right now, you know? We're usually afraid of what's going on up here or what's going on and that we're replaying up here. Now, I'm not saying there's no such thing as a fearful present moment. I'm saying that most of us, on a day-to-day basis, are not afraid of our right now moment. I'm not afraid of my right now moment. Now, if I got lost in my thoughts long enough, I'm sure I could conjure up something to be afraid of. But right now, I have nothing to be afraid of. And right now is all I have. Right now is all that matters. Right now, if I choose love, I choose to smile, I choose to laugh, I choose to share this video with you, then I'm enlightened, you know? And I'm going to use an analogy because a lot of people understand things better with analogies, myself included. I love them. And here's a good one for enlightenment. Enlightenment is like a nice, beautiful, sunny day. Kind of like the one that's going on outside right now here in this beautiful town. Enlightenment is a sunny day. No clouds, just the sun beaming and light everywhere and yada yada blah, right? When a cloudy day comes, it does not erase the fact that there is a sun behind those clouds and that there is in fact still a clear sunny day back there. The clouds are just passing through, you know what I mean? They're just water. They're just drops of water clumped together passing through the sky. Relatively harmless, you know? Now we can take that shade and make it into something terrible. You know, we can see the cloudy days or the storms or the rain or whatever it may be and go, oh my God, this is bad weather, or this weather is having a negative effect on such and blah. You could do that. Or, right, you could just know that this is passing through and that there's still always, forever, a sunny sky right behind it. And you are that sunny sky. Your experience of enlightenment, your state of enlightenment, your natural self is that sunny sky. Everything that we sort of put in the way of that, of experiencing our happiness, of experiencing our laughter, like that, and our joy, and our smile, and our fun, and our friends, and our family, everything we put in the way of that is our clouds, right? But just because there's a cloudy day in your life does not mean that you are not still the sun in the sky underneath it. It does not mean you can't smile. It does not mean you can't feel good. It's just right now a little clouded, you know? So what do you do when the clouds come? If you want to still maintain that sense of enlightenment, well, you just know it's there, right? You go to that place inside of yourself, you know? The sun, from its perspective, is always shining. Even when there are clouds, it's just shining on clouds right now rather than shining on the earth or shining on the whatever, you know? But it's still the sun. It's still shining. If you're that sun and you're that beautiful sky and the clouds are just experiences and thoughts and emotions that come and go and pass you by, remember that you're the sun shining on those clouds. You're not even the clouds. You're not even the shadow that the clouds are casting. I mean, unity consciousness is all, you're everything, and I'm not disagreeing with that. That's That's a whole nother topic. But you're not those things. You're the sun. You're the light. Enlightenment. You're the light that's shining on your circumstances. And when you can see it that way, when you can just let yourself feel it that way, when you can take a moment, right, and just feel how peaceful you can be with just a breath. Feel how peaceful you can be. Accept that it is a choice, smiling or frowning, being happy or sad. And even when things come up that are difficult or frustrating or painful, it's not that you don't experience those emotions, because they're real. Of course, pain is real and we experience it. Of course, sadness is real, and things happen that do upset us. Things happen that sway us from that equilibrium inside that says that we are enlightened. But you can still be enlightened in the midst of those cloudy circumstances, just like the sun is still the sun, even on a rainy day. You might not see it so well, but you know it's there. And you got to feel that way about yourself, right? And that sense of peace makes it easier to get through those more difficult circumstances. They don't become these life, crushing, how am I going to ever get out of this sort of circumstances. At that point, you can just see this is difficult, painful, whatever. But it is not me, right? I'm still the sun. I'm shining on it. In fact, I'm shining through it. And it'll pass. It will pass. Clouds always pass. They do. That's what they do. They're just water vapor, right? They're just little clumps of droplets of water passing with the wind through the sky at different speeds, of course. Sometimes a storm will last like that long, an hour, 30 minutes, 2 minutes. Sometimes they'll last for days, but they still pass. And your storms are the same way. They'll pass. Just be the light through it. Shine on it. See it for what it is, which is just an experience, an emotion, a thought, something formulated by all these collective atoms and whatnot that are floating around, all the energies of the world. And let them pass by you. Be the sun anyway. Shine anyway. Enlightenment is always you. You are always enlightened. I'm always enlightened. Am I always choosing my enlightenment? No, not necessarily. But that's kind of like going to the grocery store and having a whole lot of money, plenty of money, unlimited money, whatever. But walking up and down the aisles like you don't have any. Walking up and down the aisles window shopping and pretending to be poor, right? You could do that as long as you wanted to. You could feel as sad as you want to feel, as poor as you want to feel. Oh, woe is me. All this delicious food and nothing I can afford, whilst having pockets full of everything you need. It's a choice, right? Or you can choose to enjoy being there and enjoy your shopping and spend the abundance that you have and get whatever it is you want. That's life. Life's like your giant grocery store, and your pockets are always full because you are the source of your abundance. You're the source of your light. You're the source of your love. You're the source of your kindness and compassion and generosity and all those good things you want to feel. You're also the source of your poverty and your pain and your sadness and your grief. It comes from you. It may be triggered by stuff out there, but it comes from you. Which means just like you can go in the store as a rich person and pretend to be poor for the experience of poverty, you can come into this life as an enlightened being, which we all are born into this life as children. You've seen children. You've seen how babies glow. You can come into this life as an enlightened person, fully connected to the abundance that is all of the universe and God and source and everything. And you can choose throughout your life to shut yourself off from that, to put clouds in your way, to pretend you have no money in your pockets, and experience life in lack, experience life in sadness and in grief and in difficulty and hardship. Or you could choose your enlightenment, right? You could say, wait a minute. I mean, this was fun and all. I'm glad I experienced this lack. But in reality, my pockets are full. It's time to have fun with this thing now, right? And you can choose that right now. Seriously, right this second. Right this second. Just laugh, smile, think about something funny, you know? Enjoy something. Enjoy this moment, right? Enjoy anything. Enjoy a drink of water. Water is pretty enjoyable and healthy and stuff. Mm. Enjoy some good music. You can enjoy a good TV show if you want, if it makes you laugh and feel good. Go outside, enjoy the actual sunlight, or the rain if it's raining, the cold or the heat, whatever it is. Choose your enlightenment. There is no path, okay? And I'm not saying there aren't tools that can help you realize this for yourself, because there are, you know? Like I said, I've read books. I'm not going to sit here and say that yesterday I was completely in the dark and today in the shower I had a sudden shift and became awakened out of nowhere with no assistance from anyone. No, no, no. I'm not saying that. I love my books. I love the documentaries I watched. I loved all the people that have come into my life and helped me to see this. I love my friends who allow me to tell them I'm enlightened. To give myself that moment of introspection. I love everything and everybody that's come my way because it's all contributed to this realization that I'm sharing with you. And you can disagree with it. I don't care. It's still a choice. I choose to believe this, and I choose to say I'm enlightened, and I choose to know I'm enlightened because, for one, it feels good to feel good. It feels good to be the sun. It feels good to shine. Feels good to give light and love and generosity and compassion and kindness and hugs and have fun with your friends and, you know, life. It feels good. But also, I want to share that light with you because I want you to feel it too. I want you to be happy. The happier you can be and the happier I can be, the happier the world can be. So, okay. I've been talking for a minute. I could talk all day. Maybe. For a while anyway. But I'm not going to. Not to you anyway. Not to the video. Because you got to go out and be enlightened. This video might have helped you. And I hope it did. And I hope you're laughing and smiling and enjoying something right now. Because now is all you got. And I hope you choose love right now. And just remember, you're already enlightened, okay? And every moment that you choose love, and every moment that you feel a good feeling, like a good feeling, when you eat your favorite dish and it just hits the spot, you're enlightened. In that moment, you're enlightened. Claim it. And if you want to be at a state of continuous, permanent enlightenment, then just continuously choose love. Continuously choose to feel good. Continuously choose your sunshine, your inner peace, no matter how many clouds may appear. Doesn't matter. And here's just a little bitty hint. There are places in the world where the sun is basically always shining. I'm not saying you got to move there to experience continuous sunlight. I'm saying there are places and situations and jobs and whatever. There's life circumstances already out there for you that will allow you to experience your sunshine effortlessly all the time. You just got to choose to and be ready to shake some stuff up in your life. What have you got to lose, you know? Do you love your life as it is? If you do, keep on doing it. Stay enlightened. I love you. Thanks. And if you don't, then what do you got to lose? A life you don't like? You know? So, choose enlightenment, okay? Choose to feel good or choose to feel bad. But know it's a choice. And know you're already enlightened. Know you're already the sun and you're beautiful. And I love you. And I appreciate you. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for allowing me to share my light with you. Thank you very much for being who you are and for coming to this place and meeting me here for these 19, 20 minutes. I just been kind of firing off, you know. So thanks for listening. Share it with people if you want, you know, if that feels right to you. And go out there and be enlightened. Mwah. Peace and love.